School of Promise is a Christian elementary school in Chiang Mai, Thailand. Our purpose is to share the gospel of Jesus Christ, provide excellent education, and to break the cycle of poverty and oppression in the lives of students and their families in the community. We would like to share the stories of a few of our students to show how God is using the School of Promise to impact their lives.
Kanya joined us partway through first term this year. She's a fourth grade student who had just been removed from her home. Kanya's father had been keeping her out of school in order to work. Immediately upon Kanya's arrival at the School of Promise, her teacher realised that she had virtually no academic knowledge of any kind. She could not read, and she did not grasp simple mathematic concepts like addition. We all began to wonder how a person could reach her age without such basic understanding of the world around her, and we wondered how much she would be able to learn. Yet 2 months later, her teacher beamed as she reported that Kanya had already passed addition time tests for numbers 0 through 6. She had also learned the 44 consonants of the Thai alphabet and was working on the vowels. Kanya's excitement at seeing her own progress in learning is a wonderful reward for all of us. Tina is a 10-year-old girl at the School of Promise. Years ago, Tina's mother was trafficked to South Thailand, where she worked as a prostitute. After she was delivered from this situation, she moved with her son and daughter to Chiang Mai. She's a single mother with no real extended family. Earlier this year, a local missionary referred our staff at the School of Promise to Tina. This year, Tina's mother has been fighting breast cancer, undergoing chemotherapy and radiation treatments, while trying to work as a baker to support herself and her 2 children. Since coming to the School of Promise, Tina has developed strong relationships with all of us, teachers and other students. We at the school have had many opportunities to bless Tina and her family, not only with excellent Christian education, but by sending food home for the family's supper, providing transportation, and babysitting evenings when Tina's mother was receiving treatment. It may be tempting to boast about blessing this family, but we all agree that we have been much more blessed through interacting with Tina and her family than they have been blessed by us. Is 8 years old. His mother and father have left him with his grandparents to start new lives for themselves. Arm's teenage aunt is a Christian and she lives with Arm and his grandparents as well. Raising children as senior citizens is especially hard in Thailand. This year, Arm's grandparents had decided to send him to be raised at the Buddhist temple, but his aunt asked her small church to help. They spoke with Arm's grandparents and they agreed that if Arm could be educated at the School of Promise, his grandparents would keep him at home. Arm was overjoyed. The first day at school, he was the first to arrive, more than an hour before school started. Arm's joy and enthusiasm have stayed with him, and he has frequently been the last child to leave school in the afternoons. He is very interested in learning about God at the School of Promise. Recently, he was overheard telling a friend, "When I grow up, I am going to be a Christian." Praise God for intervening powerfully at just the right moment and for the work he is continuing to do in Arm's life.
Here at the School of Promise, we have many ways to get involved. Our most critical support need is covered by our faithful prayer team. We also have many short-term and long-term opportunities. We need teachers, and we are currently looking to open a preschool in response to community desires, as well as open grades 7 through 9. This would allow us to continue to impact our 6th grade students through the coming years. These efforts would require us to add new classrooms and would be great opportunities for work teams to become involved. Finally, approximately 90% of our current day-to-day operating costs at the school must be covered by donations. Feel free to contact us to get involved. We'd love to hear from you.